tens of millions of unfaithful customers could be exposed.
These customers have a lot to hide.
The yet-to-release eponymous 3-part documentary miniseries has chosen one of the most controversial events in recent times. For the uninitiated, as stereotypes might make you wonder, Ashley Madison is not a female influencer, content creator, or porn star. Heck, it's not even human. The thumbnail cover of the video is not clickbait either, although it has been arguably used by a website with a similar intent. More on that in a few minutes. Consider this video your guide to all things Ashley Madison, and the concomitant furor, backlash, and questions raised along the way. We'll bring you back up to pace with how far Ashley Madison has come over the years. Call it a prequel or a spoiler to the docuseries, whatever you like. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
Part of what I really love about Ashley Madison. It's so outrageous to some people.
What is Ashley Madison? No brownie points for guessing that Ashley Madison is a website featuring the same cover as the video thumbnail. To define it better, it's a Canadian dating-cum-social network website, now turned into an app. Some records point to 2001 as its birth year, but it's safe to say that they started fully operating from January 2002 onwards. Ashley Madison stood out over other dating platforms, owing to its USP of catering to married people, currently boasting 75 million plus members globally. Mind you, the strength is a self-proclaimed number, which for all the wrong reasons might as well be dubious. We'll soon explain why.
It's not disturbing enough that a service like that exists in the first place, well now it's actually gaining popularity.
The not-so-humble beginnings. Ashley Madison was born out of the need to cater to a niche group of people who want to look for options during their marriage and potentially cheat in a discreet fashion. They advertise themselves to be an exclusive space for practicing infidelity discreetly, in a not-so-discreet manner. As per the YouTube channel Kira TV's video on Ashley Madison, one of the website's early ads stated, "Some of us will always find a way to have multiple partners." Further, the website also highlighted its first rule of usage as rule number 1, don't get caught. The secrecy approach isn't, however, something that we're not so familiar with. Since the last decade or so, we've often been bombarded with strip cam website pop-ups asking us to proceed only if the identity of the next door lady, or whomever familiar one may come across, can be kept a secret. To draw a pop cultural analogy, it's a slight reworking of the first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. Users here were asked to keep their mouths shut while the Ashley Madison team marketed themselves. The website's landing page features the face of a lady wearing an engagement ring with the index finger raised to her lips, to signify secrecy. Further, its tagline boldly states, "Life is short, have an affair." We're using feature and state, since the landing page features this tagline and cover even to this day. It's time to casually drop another cultural reference. The cover is very similar to that of the 2004 remake of The Stepford Wives. For those of you who haven't watched it, the film shows us a married couple who have recently moved to a Connecticut suburb. As they go through a marital crisis, they realize that the men living in and around that suburb have taken in compliant female robots in place of their wives. Having set the mood with the film reference, let us take you through a chapter in Ashley Madison's saga. The name and the cover, as you may have guessed it, is an attempt to lure cis-het male users. An interview featuring Noel Biderman, the former CEO of Ashley Madison's parent company, Avid Life Media, now rebranded to Ruby Corp, testifies that they went all in to attract straight male users.
Hope that I would match with a couple of them.
Hi, I'm Marvelous. Can we chat? It probably isn't very surprising to think of AI-induced bots coming up with automated messages and replies in 2024. But back in the early and mid-2010s, it was unimaginable. Ashley Madison used a large number of fake female accounts, which were either operated from within the office premises or automated fembots. As per an article by The Independent, former employees at the company in 2012 and 2013 have testified that they were asked to create hundreds of fake profiles of alluring females. The 2012 testimony came out thanks to a lawsuit filed by a former ALM employee, Doriana Silva, against Ashley Madison. The employee claimed that she incurred repetitive stress injury while executing the daunting task of creating 1,000 female fake profiles. Nothing came out of the Dorian Silva lawsuit, as ALM countersued Silva, one with photographs of Silva jet skiing, alleging that she wouldn't ideally be able to pull that off with RSI, and two, for having kept confidential documents being sought to be retrieved by ALM. No matter the judgment, these fake female profiles did exist and were called angels, as evident through screenshots of company emails sent by Biderman to others. These angels, codename hosts by the company's engineers, lay at rest waiting for fembots to embody and control them. Yes, this was some serious Night of the Living Dead shit. These animated angels were tasked with just one purpose: finding a man. All the males out there, think of the emails in your spam section that you may have casually browsed through. Almost a staggering majority of them are salacious messages from females. To even respond with a demure no thank you, you'll need to open an account. Put in your credit card details and purchase credits or tokens. Sounds familiar? Just like the strip cam websites, the token system is a standard mode of monetary engagement on Ashley Madison. Credits were sold in bulk, with each credit obviously priced much lower than $1. These credits could be used to purchase membership plans, live chat hours with another user, or virtual gifts to catch the attention of the desired profile, be it a user or a bot host. Keeping aside the monetary flow, there's a lot more that went down, at least until 2015. These female bot hosts were put in place across 50 countries and 1,500 provinces, equipped with a cumulative ability to speak in 31 different languages. Simply put, the male users had to empty their pockets to talk to female bot hosts under the guise of seemingly real female profiles. If only a man paid a guaranteed affair premium worth $250, a bot would chat up with him and pass him on to a third party or an escort service, which in turn will provide him with a real female to talk to. While women, on the other hand, could do almost anything on the website for free. Interestingly, the company emails also mentioned that the female bot hosts were programmed and trained such that they don't annoy the gay men seeking men. Plus, since the females were not even targeted by the bots, they got away with their desired male companions in a smooth, hassle-free manner, at little or no monetary cost. The strength of 70,000 plus female bot hosts offered additional security to women who were selective about men. Funnily, the website, owing to its heteronormative programming bias, showed prospective female profiles to women seeking females and asked them to pay up just like male users to initiate a conversation. For more detailed insights into the figures and their implications, please go through Ashley Newitt's article on Ashley Madison's fembots published on Gizmodo.
Ashley Madison must shut down immediately. We have taken over all systems.
The impact. Now, you may be wondering, how was this information even accessed? Was Ashley Newitt a former company employee? We can do you one better. Newitt's analysis was possible due to a massive hack leading to a colossal data breach, but more on the employee connection later. Enter the hacktivist group called The Impact. In July 2015, they directly threatened the company with the following statement: "We have taken over all systems in your entire office and production domains, all customer information databases, source code repositories, financial records, and emails. Shutting down Ashley Madison AM will cost you, but non-compliance will cost you more. We will release all customer records, profiles, and all customer secret sexual fantasies, nude pictures and conversations and credit card transactions, real names and addresses, and employee documents and emails. Avid Life Media ALM will be liable for fraud and extreme harm to millions of users." They also demanded the immediate and permanent shutdown of another dating platform associated with ALM, Established Men, EM, which they dubbed as a prostitution human trafficking website for rich men to pay for sex. The Impact team followed up with another threat within a week, giving ALM a 30-day deadline. This threat was given publicly through a long manifesto alongside snippets randomly sampled from 2,500 plus users, internal company server maps, data on employee network accounts, ALM's bank account, and salary-centric data. This was just a small fraction of a much larger database of about 37 million users. The manifesto also talked about the full delete option, which was then offered by the website for a nominal fee of $19.99. It included removal of usage history on the site, removal of name, address, photo, profile, and sent and received messages, gifts, etc. The manifesto further pointed out that paying through credit card while opting for this feature anyway compromised the user's names, addresses, and other details associated with the card. It also claimed that ALM generated a revenue of $1.7 million in 2014, solely from this full delete feature. If you do the math, this indicates that around 90,000 users opted for this feature in 2014 alone. It was a tense fight, and neither of the sides were ready to give up. The Impact's team morally driven agenda was evident through their manifesto, which stated, "Too bad for those men, they're cheating dirtbags and deserve no such discretion." They also arguably wanted to make a statement by exposing ALM's proudly wielded facade of secrecy, privacy, anonymity, and security. The manifesto further testified, "Too bad for ALM, you promised secrecy but didn't deliver. We've got the complete set of profiles in our DB dumps, and we'll release them soon if Ashley Madison stays online." And with over 37 million members, mostly from the US and Canada, a significant percentage of the population is about to have a very bad day, including many rich and powerful people. In retaliation, the ALM servers went offline, and they substantiated this move by releasing a statement which said, "We have been able to secure our sites and close the unauthorized access points. We're working with law enforcement agencies which are investigating this criminal act. Any and all parties responsible for this act of cyber terrorism will be held responsible." Fast forward to August 2015, the Impact team released a BitTorrent file containing 10 gigabytes of data on the dark web. It can only be accessed through Tor, which is where the hackers left the statement. Avid Life Media has failed to take down Ashley Madison and established men. We have explained the fraud, deceit, and stupidity of ALM to their members. Now everyone gets to see their data. To sort of make their own pop cultural reference to their prior released manifesto, the statement ends with, "Too bad for ALM. You promised secrecy but didn't deliver." Within the next 2 days, the Impact team released another data dump of around 13 gigs. This included snippets from Biderman's internal company emails, but was apparently corrupted. They followed it up with another data dump sized over 19 gigabytes with a special message stating, "Hey Noel, you can admit it's real now." This uncorrupted dump included all the data gathered from around 37 million users, their full names, emails, passwords, height, weight, addresses with GPS coordinates, and partial credit data, plus all of Biderman's emails, including internal communication and affair-laden emails. According to the docuseries from ABC News, ALM had waived off the full delete fee to ease the growing panic among its users. Although it isn't clear as to when they did this, it presumably happened after the second threat of July 2015. Although there is no clear basis to compare the ALM data prior to and post-leak, an article by Wired reports a breach in data of even those users who had opted for the full delete option.
Everyone was looking for dirt, looking for names that they recognized.
And then name after name started coming out.
Impact of the impact. Dirt, death, spam, and content. Number 1. Trollers and keyboard warriors started sifting the evidence, looking for dirt on prominent personas. One of the affected prominent people were Josh Duggar, who shot to fame through the reality TV series 19 Kids and Counting. The leaked data pointed to $1,000 worth of credit card transactions on alleged affairs, following recently lodged police reports of his sexual misconduct with 5 underage girls, including some of his own sisters. Number 2. Biderman stepped down from his position as ALM CEO toward the end of August 2015, in the best interest of the company. Number 3. According to the fringe cyber monitoring from CyberAngel, there were 1,200 Saudi Arabian email addresses. As you might be aware, Saudi Arabia fatally punishes adultery with a death penalty, escaping which is nearly impossible. Number 4. An Australian radio program featured a segment where listeners could make a request to find their spouse's name on the list, treating the leaked data as profitable content fodder. Number 5. A pastor from New Orleans named John Gibson committed suicide for not being able to bear the confrontational brunt of a prospective shameful revelation. There were 2 other unrelated confirmed suicide reports from the Toronto police, and one from San Antonio, Texas. Number 6. A company named Trustify apparently uploaded the leaked data onto its website, where people could search up email addresses of their colleagues, friends, acquaintances, spouse, and so on. The catch? If the email address was found in the database, the company would send it an email offering to hide the exposed details against a certain fee. Number 7. Similarly, spam emails flooded the email addresses on the list. The owners of the email IDs were asked to pay 1.05 bitcoins, estimated $225 at that time, so the details weren't revealed to their significant other. However, the link on being clicked often flooded the user's computer with spyware and viruses, possibly leading to more data breach. Number 8. ALM offered 500,000 CAD against information that could lead to the arrest of the Impact team members. Towards the end of August 2014, 4 days before Biderman stepped down from his position, the Toronto Police and FBI Homeland Security also joined the manhunt, but to no avail. However, there had been a fair share of suspecting going around on one particular person.
This could be the biggest hack of all time.
Everyone was wondering who was behind it.
The theories were all over the place.
Data scientist Jeremy Bullock had studied thousands of leaked ALM employee emails and published his findings in collaboration with Brian Krebs from Krebs & Security. The Krebs piece, titled A Retrospective on the 2015 Ashley Madison Breach, pointed out that Biderman, being Jewish, was subject to harassment from anti-Semitic and far-right groups. One such harasser was William Brewster Harrison, a former ALM employee. According to the emails, Harrison was hired in March 2010 as an SEO specialist. He was later asked to create and cultivate fake female profiles and acquire a rival website, AshleyMadisonSucks.com, by hook or crook. ALM lodged a legal trademark infringement complaint, but to no effect, as the website's owner, Dennis Bradshaw, was beyond the jurisdiction of Canadian trademark laws. ALM also resorted to offering $10,000 to acquire the website, but the owner still wouldn't back down. Harrison then took the charge of harassing Bradshaw and his then-girlfriend by conveniently pretending to be the girlfriend. Bradshaw, or a friend, via email accounts created through a free email service, Vistomail. The 2023 Hulu and ABC News miniseries, The Ashley Madison Affair, further pointed out that the website was eventually acquired by ALM and transferred to Ashley Madison, which then naturally molded the available content to its advantage. Harrison was quite the charmer. His Vistomail pseudonym emails point out that he created websites such as contactaceo.com and bashabusiness.com. The later was created keeping in mind all those sorry-ass corporate executives out there profiting from your hard work, organs, lives, ideas, intelligence, and wallets. Copies of this website at archive.org testify it to be the work of a collective calling themselves the Chaos Creator. The information about Ashley Madison's fake email accounts first stormed the internet after a 2012 report by sex worker turned blog-cum-activist Maggie McNeil, containing leaked screenshots of ALM's internal communication. Although Harrison was fired in November 2011, he sent out an email to Biderman in early 2012, which dubbed Biderman and co. as greedy Jew bastards. The most fascinating thing about the email was that he ended it with "We Are Legion," referring to the eponymous documentary about the hacktivist group calling themselves Anonymous, released a few months later in 2012. Now, the Maggie McNeil blog post titled Show and Tell was out in August 2012. It wasn't unlikely that Biderman would suspect Harrison to be associated with it. An internal communication email reveals that Harrison had access to the ALM servers at least until August 2012. Now, Harrison may or may not have been associated with the 2012 leak, but he was definitely not associated with the August 2015 massive leak, as he shot himself in the head in March 2014. Could Chaos Creator, Anonymous, and Impact be somehow connected? We'll have to wait for further investigation.
I deleted Ashley Madison.
The motive. Now, the bit about making a statement about Ashley Madison's security is obvious. The email interview of the Impact team conducted by Vice also testifies to the same. The interview further revealed that the team consisted of former ALM employees who couldn't stand the growing rates of signups and human trafficking. And they did this to try to stop the next 60 million users from being lured in like drug addicts by ALM. Moreover, the hackers also confirmed that their data dump served as an expose of the full delete feature, thereby strengthening Wired's claim. As far as the identities of the hackers are concerned, the interview gives us one definite takeaway, i.e., the hack did involve some degree of internal collaboration. The specifics regarding how and when are still unknown.
Cheating husband, a disgruntled employee. Here's a giant whodunit. This went way too
What happened to Ashley Madison? A class action lawsuit was filed against the company, against which the company's compensation charges were totaled at a measly sum of $11.2 million. But hey, bad publicity is also publicity at the end of the day. The Hulu documentary reveals that Ashley Madison had put in place new security protocols and got rid of the female bot hosts. But given their prior full delete reputation, it probably has to be taken with a cup of salt. In July 2016, ALM rebranded itself to Ruby Corp and appointed Rob Segal as the new CEO. It also changed its brand image to something like the Ruby Gym, and updated its tagline from "Life is short, have an affair" to "Find your moment." However, within a year, Segal resigned, and the company reverted back to the earlier image and tagline. The website still continues to operate, with a slightly revamped credit system divided into 3 plans: Basic, Classic, and Elite, respectively. The Basic plan offers a user 100 credits at $59. The latter offers 500 credits at $169, while the Elite plan offers 1,000 credits at $289. Coming close to the formerly offered $250 guaranteed a fair premium plan.
This went way too far.
We all have a list that we're on that is our secret.
Accusing people.
Marvelous verdict. The Netflix docuseries, directed by Zoe Hutton and Gagan Rehill, attempts to approach the data breach like a human interest news story, weaving a web of narratives through insiders, journalists, and families. Among company insiders, the docuseries features Ashley Madison's former sales vice president, Evan Back, and Mark Morgenstern, the brother of Ashley Madison's founder, Darren Morgenstern. Among the victims, it features a Christian vlogging couple, Sam and Nia Rader, juxtaposed with online video posts and interviews, confessionals or otherwise. It also focuses on Christy, whose priest husband committed suicide owing to the massive leak. Additionally, it also covers the extents to which Ashley Madison marketed themselves under the spokesmanship of Noel Biderman, something that is well documented in other sources. But hey, since we couldn't incorporate that bit into this video, feel free to check out the docuseries as it goes live today on Netflix. We'll keep our eyes and ears open for whatever investigative or critical insights are in store for the Ashley Madison story, keeping our fingers crossed that the docuseries answers some of these questions raised so far, and takes it forward from where the ABC and Hulu series had left off. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone!